Let me know how you're doing today. Let me know who's here. If you're joining me live, just let me know in the comments. And if you're catching the replay, just put hashtag replay in the comments. And let's get started, all right? Okay, so how many of you feel like you are addicted to eating junk food? Let me know. Um, like, like you want to stop because you know it's not good for your health to eat so much of it, but you always end up eating more than you had planned, maybe. Um, if that's you, put yes in the comments. And today I will be giving you three of my habits that really helped me when I was trying to get over my junk food addiction. I loved sweets. I still do love sweets, but I don't have them every day. And so I want to give you three of the habits that really help me with my cravings for junk food, with, me really. Just getting a hold of my habit and just the cravings as well. So, if you have trouble with that, with the cravings and the habits for processed food, then this is going to be for you. So, um, let's go ahead and get started. I'm just making sure I am live. Okay, I am. All right. So the first secret that I have is to make sure you're eating enough protein and healthy fats to keep you full and satisfied. That really is a key thing when you're trying to overcome your habits for like processed food and junk food. You've got to make sure you're filling up on whole foods and unprocessed foods. Because if you're full from eating enough protein and fats, then you're not going to have the cravings that you normally would for high sugar, high carb foods, that cause health issues, that cause weight gain and things like that. So that's my first tip, is to make sure you're filling up on enough protein and healthy fats. Now, I know a lot of you grew up afraid to eat too much fat, right? And even really too much protein. We didn't, when I was growing up, everything was low fat. It was low fat. We didn't think much about protein. Like we would have chicken or something like that for dinner, but it was like not very much, right? Um, it was all about low fat and a lot of carbs, right? We didn't count the carbs. We didn't care how much sugar was in things. We didn't care what the ingredients were. It was really just, make sure it's low fat. I don't know about you guys, but that's kind of how I grew up. That's how we kind of thought about things. Um, and no wonder that we ended up craving carbs and afraid to eat too much fat or protein, right? Because that's what we were taught. And that's what we were taught was healthy. And I remember even being taught to cut all the fat off of my chicken, and like don't eat the fat on the chicken, don't eat the fat on the steak. And um, the truth is that fat does not make you fat. Um, and your body actually needs it to function normally. But we have to make sure we're choosing the right fats. That's the key. You want to choose the right fats. So you want to avoid trans fats, because these are processed fats that your body stores in your cells, right? And it makes your cells bigger and bigger. Um, and it stores it in your tissues as well, because your body does not recognize trans fat. It doesn't know what to do with it. It's a highly processed fat. So your body just doesn't know what to do with it. So it just stores it. So you want to limit that fat. You want to limit it to very not eating it very often. I know, like, when I go out to eat, which is usually just once a week, um, I know I don't know what's in my food. Like, I don't know if there's trans fat in there. There probably is, but once a week, not not too bad. But if you're eating trans fat daily or multiple times a day, well, no wonder you're having a weight issue. No wonder you're having health issues, because your body is trying to process um, this fat that it doesn't know what to do with. It doesn't recognize it. It's not a natural fat. And so you want to limit that. You don't want to eat that every day. So you do want to you want to instead eat naturally occurring fats, right? Like the fats in animal protein, and and also things like nuts, avocados, avocado oil, coconut oil, things like that, that are fats that are naturally occurring, because our body recognizes those fats, right? I hope this makes sense. Let me know if that made sense. Um, and then when you undereat protein, you will overeat carbs. That's just a fact. It's been proven over and over. And so when you're not eating enough protein for your needs and for your body, then you're going to overeat carbs. And this is where most cravings come from. So protein makes you feel full for longer. Um, and I know when I've eaten enough protein and I'm full and satisfied, I can't even think about eating junk food, right? I am so full, I'm so satisfied that I don't want to eat anything else. And so if you fill up on healthy fats and fill up on healthy proteins, like good proteins and enough protein, then you're not going to get those junk food cravings as much. It may take a while for your body to get used to that, but you will start noticing, like, I'm so satisfied, I don't even need the junk food. Um, so, some great sources of protein are seafood, eggs, beef, and chicken. Those are kind of my go tos that I alternate. I eat daily, and I enjoy them. So, whatever you enjoy, just make sure you're getting enough protein. You want to eat protein and healthy fats at each meal. So, just make sure you're doing that. Okay, my next secret to stop overeating junk food is to stop eating distracted. It's easy to sit in front of the TV and with a bag of chips or a bag of popcorn and eat more of it than you had planned, right? But this can also happen when you're eating while scrolling on your phone. Like if you're uh, eating breakfast, lunch, dinner, and you're on your phone all the time, or you're watching TV, or you're trying to work. If you're at work and you're trying to eat and work, you're eating distracted. And what this does is it makes you less satisfied with your food, because your mind is trying to concentrate on the work that you're doing, or the TV that you're watching, or whatever you're scrolling on your phone, social media or whatever. And it's focusing on that, and it's not focusing as much on uh, the taste of your food, the textures, the smells, and you're kind of just shoveling it in, and you're not mindfully eating. And so when we do that, our bodies they don't get as satisfied because you're distracted, and your focus is over here while it should be on what you're eating. And um, if you start eating more mindfully, and you really focus on what you're eating instead of eating distracted, you're going to notice a huge difference in your cravings and your habits and things like that. You're probably going to get full sooner than you would if you eat distracted. Um, so, so if you want to stop overeating junk food, then start focusing on being mindful when you eat your meals. Notice the taste, the smells, and the textures, like we talked about earlier. Slow down and chew your food thoroughly. You want to chew it. You don't want to just wolf it down and uh, and not really taste it and not really chew it. You want to chew it because that is part of the process of your body being satisfied with your food if you chew it thoroughly. And this will help you be more satisfied with your meals and not feel the need to snack. So you will feel less need to snack if you are satisfied with your meals. Um, and this tip helped me so much when I was trying to overcome my sugar addiction, because it taught me to slow down and really savor my food, my meals. And when you're calm and you're not stressed, when you eat, your cravings for junk food will decrease. You can also try taking a few deep breaths to calm down before your meals, before you sit down to eat. Take a few deep breaths, 2 or 3 deep breaths, and try to calm down and then start eating. And this really helps me a lot as well. Then you're relaxed, you're calm when you're eating instead of eating stressed. And you're going to digest it a whole lot better. You're going to have better digestion if if you can take a few deep breaths and just be less stressed when you eat your meals. Um, so try that. And then my last secret to stop overeating junk food is to plan your meals ahead of time. And there's just no better way to take control of your eating habits than planning your meals. There's just nothing better that I've found. Um, if you never know what you're going to eat from day to day, from one day to the next, then you can't expect to break your junk food habit. You cannot wing it. You can't just hope that it happens or wish that it happens. You actually have to take action and start doing habits that are going to get you there, right? So if you really want to overcome that junk food habit and you really want to start eating better, you've got to plan out your meals. And that, you know, it, if you have healthy meals prepped and ready to go, then there's no reason to eat junk food or fast food. A lot of us fall into that, like, oh, I'm just going to go pick up fast food. I'll go pick up a salad at Chick-fil-A or something like that. But what you don't realize is there's a lot of hidden sugar and a lot of those trans fats in that salad that you don't realize because if you get the fried chicken, or even the grilled chicken, you don't always know. You don't know if it's been cooked in oils, the trans fat, and the salad dressing always has the trans fat in it. It's very hard to find a salad dressing, especially at a fast food restaurant or any restaurant that doesn't have trans fat in it. So, you don't want to be doing that or resorting to that every day or multiple times a week. That's why I say save it for like once a week when you have like a treat meal, right? Um, but you don't want to be falling into that trap every day or multiple times a week. Um, so now, like I've told you before, I'm not saying be 100%. I'm not saying you can never have junk food. I'm not saying you can never have fast food or restaurant food. No. Um, you know, I definitely don't agree with that. I think there should be room in your diet, in your life for the things that you really enjoy. Um, mine is dessert. I love having dessert as a treat, and but you don't need to have like treat meals or dessert more than 4 times a week. over that, like if you're having fast food every day, that's way too much. You need to pick, like, a lot of times I'll eat out like at a restaurant on Saturday with my family, and then I might have a dessert, or, like an alcoholic beverage or something like that. And those are my treats. Those are my treats for the week. And so you don't want to have more than four, really. Like you could do, um, if you wanted to do it all at one time on Saturday, like a hamburger, French fry meal, or and then get dessert, or have an alcoholic beverage with it. That's fine, but don't do that every day. Save that for like your treat meal, right? And so that's what I do, and it really works for me. And so I don't crave sugar like I used to. I don't crave it like every day, but I savor it when I do. Like when I go out to eat with my family on the weekend or something, I savor that. I enjoy that. And then I get right back to, eating my healthy home cooked meals and things like that. So, um, anyways, you just, you don't want to be 100% perfect, but you definitely want to leave room for some of your favorite treats. You just don't want to go overboard. But really, planning and prepping your meals, uh, that's really going to get you there, because then you know what you're having for your meals. You don't have to wonder, you don't have to stress about it, you don't have to worry about it, right? um, and so that's one of my secrets, is to just really kind of have a plan, know what you're going to eat. Don't just wing it. And some people like to take a few hours on the weekends to plan and prep their meals for the week, which is great. I think that's wonderful, but I don't like doing that. To me, that just doesn't work for me. So what I tend to do is, I cook most nights of the week. So I cook dinner for most nights of the week. And so what I do is just, if I'm cooking 1 pound of chicken or 1 pound of ground beef, I'll double it or triple it, with whatever recipe I'm doing. I'll double it or triple it. So then, me and my husband have lunch the next day or dinner the next day. Like if we have something to do the next day, we have leftovers we can heat up and eat, and we don't have to resort to fast food or eating junk food or something like that. We already have a lot of different things to in the fridge already ready to go. All you have to do is heat them up. So that's how I kind of do it. I just kind of prep, meal prep when I'm making dinner. So I just make extra. Um, and that's how I do it. But either one is fine. You just want to pick what's best for you, what's going to work for you and your lifestyle, and what you're going to stay consistent with, right? And so if you start planning and prepping your healthy meals, you won't be as tempted by the food, that the food smells around you, right? If you're full and satisfied and you have a good healthy meal, you're not, when you smell things, you're not gonna be tempted by it. Like if you drive by a restaurant, or if you see food advertisement, you're not gonna, be as tempted to want to go get that. Or the goodies that people bring to your office or to your workplace. I know that used to get a lot of people. And if you are eating enough protein and healthy fats, and you're eating and prepping good healthy meals, you're not going to be as tempted by that stuff, right? You're going to be full and satisfied, and you're not going to feel a need to have that as often, right? Um, so, so I want you to try that tip. And if you truly want to make a change, change your habits, stop eating so much junk food, stop overeating junk food. You can't just wing it, like I said. You have to plan your meals. And that is really, I had to learn that. I tried all different things. I think I've tried everything in the book to try to overcome my sugar addiction. And really, these are the three tips that um, I really found useful on my journey to overcoming my sugar addiction, lowering my blood sugar, and reversing my diabetes and everything. So you want to eat enough protein and healthy fats at each meal. You want to stop eating distracted and start eating more mindful. And you want to start planning and prepping your meals ahead of time so you know what you're eating. Um, so, you guys start incorporating these tips and you will see a difference in your junk food habit. I promise you. This is what helped me. I'm giving you the exact things that helped me. These have been my secrets. And if you're needing more support with this, with overcoming junk food habits, with healthy eating, with whatever your habit is, whatever you're wanting to, whatever your health goals are. If you're needing more support, if you're needing more information, more of a plan, I will put a link to my calendar in the comments when I get through with this live. I will post it in the comments for you to sign up for a free strategy call with me. And on this call, we discuss what you're struggling with. What for you? What are you struggling with? What are you wanting to do? What is your health goal? And we'll make a plan for you to overcome that, right? So I'll give you some steps to take that are going to help you make a plan for yourself and really help you overcome whatever you're struggling with and help you achieve your goals. All right, guys. I hope this was helpful. Go and try these tips if you want to overcome your junk food habit and stop overeating junk food. And I will see you next week. All right, bye.